Hello students, and welcome to week 3 of Accounting Legal Environment. This is the midpoint of the course, so after this week you're going to be closer to the end than the beginning. So here is our D2L homepage as it stands today, scrolling down through here. I would recommend going back and reviewing the video here I put on using EBSCOhost. Some of you are struggling with using academic resources as support for some of your responses. This will show you how to find academic sources. I'd also recommend many of you going back and reviewing the APA video here, and here are the sample documents that I'm referring to in this video to show you how to follow APA. This should have been something learned in your English class. Moving on down here are the instructions that I posted at the beginning of the class on how to do the case studies. So if you're struggling with the case studies, you might want to go back and review this video. Okay, today is Monday, September 11th, so it is the last day of week 2. By the end of day today, you need to have all of your response posts made to the week 2 discussion forum and all your week 2 assignments in the Dropbox. This Friday the 15th is when the original post for the week 3 discussion needs to be made, and then next Monday the 18th is when all of the responses for week 3 and the assignments need to be in the Dropbox. And looking on down at our calendar, you can see we're going to be wrapping up this course sometime in early October, which is not that far off. Okay, during week 3, we are going to focus our attention on the AICPA Code of Conduct Framework, and then we're also going to look at the SEC, or the Securities and Exchange Commission, and how they regulate publicly traded companies and how we need to follow those rules. The reading for the week is Chapter 4. Our discussion this week has to do with an accounting firm asked to represent one of his tax clients at an appeals hearing for his property tax. So you're going to need to go review the AICPA code to determine whether this CPA can represent his client or not. Then our first assignment is Case 4.1. That can be found on page 258 of our text. And there are 3 questions here. Now, to respond to question 1 fully, question 1 refers to the KPMG Professional Judgment Framework, and that can be found on page 204 of your textbook. There are 5 components to this framework. So to answer question 1 fully, you need to discuss each of the 5 components and determine how did the judgments made by grace, how are they impacted by each component. So don't miss any of those 5 components. Question 4, or Case 4.5 is our assignment 2. That can be found on page 262 of our text, and there are 4 questions there. And then the third assignment is the discussion question, and it says here the CPA serves as an audit client's business consultant and performs each of the following services, these 3 here, and then it's identify the threats to independence for each of these, and then do you believe there are any safeguards that can be implied to reduce that threat to an acceptable level. You need to explain, use your minimum 1 citation. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.